Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Coffee Break Podcast. You're joined by myself, Jama.
Jeffrey.
Mukhtar.
What did you say?
Jeffrey.
Is that what you're feeling today?
I'm going for a Jeffrey today.
Why? Well, why that name out of all the names?
I just, Jeffrey
Ali?
Epstein. I'm just joking. I'm kidding.
I didn't know if you were going Teague, Dahmer, but you
You went to the worst one.
I'm kidding. This guy had an island, bro.
Yeah, he did.
I'm just saying, whatever he did, welcome.
What a way to start a podcast.
Okay, hold on. Let's get behind this for a second. Did that nigga really kill himself?
I think it was a job.
That was an inside job, wasn't it?
Mm.
Where's his shotty? Is she still in jail?
She's still doing her rounds.
That's wild.
Crazy, right?
Why would they kill him and just let her go?
Because she was probably okay with keeping
He's
quiet.
the whistleblower.
Yeah.
But she's still talking there, is she not?
No, I mean she's incarcerated, bro. She's doing time. And not only that, but she's trying to pin everything on him now since he died.
Yeah. Easy, I like.
Yeah.
Like
Just do it on
that whole T.I. story that came out that said,
his cousin.
his cousin.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
It was my cousin.
It was my cousin. It wasn't me.
I'm pretty the man said it was a joke, but who knows?
Nah, bro.
Jeffrey may be talking to her in her sleep too.
All I know is that there was no video footage of it, so United States government keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, it was an inside job.
Keeping an eye.
They paid some prison dude to be like, yo, fam, we'll get you out in 5 years. Just kill this nigga. That's what I think happened.
You guys watch The Wire?
Never.
I watched 2 seasons of The Wire, and then I just couldn't get past the 3rd season, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I've seen clip, but that's how they killed D'Angelo.
Got like a prominent.
Spoiler alert.
It was 20 years ago.
I'm just saying, I didn't finish the
I never
show.
watched it.
I already passed that
D'Angelo
part.
died.
Yo, there's some real I'm not gonna lie, the 2 scenes that I watched of that show, man, Michael B. Jordan is one of the greatest actors.
Oh, he was the best character
ever.
No,
Greatest
not Michael
actors
Jordan.
One of the greatest actors, bro. As a
you've
kid.
ever
bro.
seen.
As a kid, yeah.
Stop this.
He's
Same
one
with
of-
Mac Wild.
Stop this.
You see Mac Wild's character?
No, that's later in the show.
Oh, okay.
But that first, man, I don't want to get into the storyline of what Michael B. Jordan's story was, but there's a scene in that show in the first season, man, where it's so heartbreaking, bro. It's like, man, your stomach starts to hurt how bad
just
you feel.
before we get into the topics.
Yeah.
Hey, my one critique for that dude is
Wait, why did you get so weirded out when I said he was a great actor?
I was about to get into the point right now.
Same.
Can I say the point? I'll get this
Floor is yours, sir.
Like, I think he's a great actor,
Yeah.
but the one key thing that I don't think he's capable of is when he gets his emotional being up, he's not able to maintain realism. Like, I don't believe him when he's crying. I don't believe him when he's yelling.
I disagree, man, because he's okay. Aside from Black Panther, the movie that I really caught a glimpse of Michael B. Jordan's greatness was Fruitvale Station.
I was about to say.
And that movie was just all emotion the entire way through. It was a roller coaster of emotion the entire movie. And him specifically, he portrayed that role so perfect, in my opinion, that it made me think that he was actually that person.
Interesting. Okay.
And that's kind of where I base my judgment on his acting skills, because that's where I kind of started.
So that's where he's capable of them.
Yeah.
I think
But he hasn't done that.
The world has shown. That's why the world knows.
The Wire, no?
No, The Wire. He was a kid.
The Wire. He was still a nobody kid. You know.
Exactly.
And then when he got to what year was Fruitvale Station? 2013.
It was 2013.
Still a kid.
Around there. No,
well, he was a grown up by then.
A grown man by then.
He was in his 20s by then, right?
He's in his 30s right now. 40s.
He's much older than us, man.
What?
He's much older than us. Well, how old do you think
I thought he's like 31.
He was 16 when The Wire was on, and that was in the early 2000s.
Yo, I thought this guy, whatever he's doing with the skincare routine, bro, keep it on.
That's a grown man right there. You thought he was around our age?
No, I thought he was at least early 30s.
He's 36.
Okay, he's not that.
He's gonna be 40 in a couple years.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Okay.
It's crazy how 36 doesn't seem old anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It seems like it's the brink of old.
I don't know what because he doesn't give off that.
10 years ago.
2013, right?
Yeah. He was 26.
Yeah, he was
When
26.
it dropped.
Mod, right?
Yeah.
That's a movie I really recommend you watching, man. It's a heartbreaking journey.
Yeah.
But the lead up there is so well done that it's wow.
You see Just Mercy?
No.
Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan came out in 2019.
And
That was, I think Jamie Foxx should have won an Oscar, and Michael B. Jordan did his thing. Basically the synopsis of the story was, they're in the South, and it's based on a real guy. They're in the South, and Michael B. Jordan's playing a lawyer that's trying to help black people, basically trying to get people out of prison, and Jamie Foxx was a guy that got based some shit pinned on him, so he got locked up and going through a bunch of shit, and their portrayals are incredible. And that's where I noticed, Jamie Foxx is some other shit.
No, he's on, man. Once I saw Ray, dog, that's when I was like, yo, Jamie, dog.
He's amazing, bro.
He's just
I think he's one of the most talented people in our generation. Like,
the most talented, I think. The most talented?
Yeah. That's great.
Give me your top 5 most talented black men in history.
In history? Okay, but I can only give you
just yours. Just yours. And then we want Mukhtar's after.
I think Jamie Foxx is up there.
Okay.
I think he is able to sing, able to he's able to act, and he's a comedian. Like he's on like trifecta, you know? And not only that, but he does all three relatively on a high level.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like he's bad at one of them, and let me think of another one. You know, a lot of people may disagree with me on this, but I put Kevin Hart in there.
Kevin Hart.
Because let me tell you something.
Explain that one.
He had such a humble beginning. Like he was one of these these actors in like this trash movies. I think he was in the scary movies. Like he was in one of these.
He was in a movie that I really liked. That was a low budget movie called Paper Soldiers.
Yeah.
That movie was.
Oh, what Beanie Siegel?
Yeah. That movie was dope. Man.
Like he really started from the bottom, and then his obviously what put him to the top was the fact that he's one of the best comedians of our time, right? And when I was in high school, every night I used to watch like a 10-minute video of just him like doing his act. You know, I really enjoy. And then not only that, but he's one of those few people that made the jump into acting. And I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning I didn't think Kevin Hart was an awesome actor. I always thought he was the comedic relief.
Yeah.
But then what changed my mind was, I think it was last year, where he did like a drama on Netflix, like a short 10-episode type of thing. I think it was with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, story.
Bro, that was great. Like you really see the range of his acting. Like you always thought he would only play this one role, but you can see if he's given the opportunity, he can excel. You know?
True story is called.
Yeah, I loved it.
Fair enough.
And I still think it's a true story. Like I think it was based on a real story.
Shout out Kevin Hart, man.
I think Will Smith is in there.
Talk about it.
I think I know we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but
he's the first Grammy nominated rapper.
Yeah.
Ever.
Know? Like before he even started this acting stuff, he was a well-renowned actor. I apologize. He was a well-renowned musical artist, right?
The term is renowned.
Renowned. Yeah. My apologies. He was a respected artist.
Yeah, right? He was. But he was like, the thing is, like, at that time, he wasn't a solo artist. He was in a group.
Oh, wait, he was in a group?
Yeah, it was him and DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jazz. I didn't know that.
And they had that song Summertime.
Yeah.
That was like their biggest hit.
I didn't know that.
And then Parents Don't Understand. Yeah, they had that track too. And then what the story was that Will Smith had issues managing his money from his record label.
Yeah.
And the IRS ended up accumulating a debt on him, which he didn't end up paying. Then he went broke.
Oh, okay.
When he went broke, he met Quincy Jones,
yeah,
who invited him to. No, he met somebody who linked him up with Quincy Jones.
Okay.
And then the night he met Quincy Jones, Quincy Jones said, "We're gonna make a show called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and you're gonna star in it." And he was like, "I need you to do an audition right here, right now." And then he got
it. And now
10 minutes said go memorize this.
Yeah, he said go memorize this. 10 minutes, come back, and he bodied that.
Best sitcom of all time. I put that up there with the Bill Cosby Show. Bill Cosby Show.
What?
Oh, it's a great show. If you take listen. If you take the Bill, like that
Let's just move past this. All right. And you know what? Will Smith, I agree. Let's add him to the list. Who's next?
Fourth. Men, right?
Men.
Okay, because I was gonna put Beyonce in there. But men. Interesting. You know, I would say LeBron, but I think unlike the other guys,
I would have to disagree with
the greatest at one thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he's also a businessman.
He's
also a businessman.
He's not multi-talented.
I I think that's up for discussion because not only is
he was
the best at what he does
he was
ever.
In one of the worst movies that we've ever seen ever.
Oh, that was such a terrible Space Jam 2.
Oh, I thought you
Space Jam 2.
Oh my
Amy
god.
Schumer.
Who dragged us there? Was it you?
Nah, it was you.
It was I was not me. I did not drag you there. I did not drag you to know Space Jam 2, bro.
It wasn't me. It was you.
It was the other guy. You know,
Like,
you know.
Yeah,
it was the other guy.
Actually, I don't even think it was him. I think it was another guy after. I think it was another guy. Other guy.
Yo, man, they dragged us there, bro. Holy.
But that movie was hot garbage.
It was so painful.
You know, to that point. Okay, I take it out. LeBron's not in there. But to that point,
yeah,
I was like, Space Jam 2 is so garbage.
Yeah.
Maybe am I remembering Space Jam 1 to be like
better
in my head? Yeah, in my head, I'm like, I thought that was a great movie. I went home,
take this in,
watched it.
You were a child when you originally watched it.
Exactly.
So why the hell would you be interested in a follow-up to that movie as an adult?
Because I'm gonna get to that. Because I went home, I was like, yo, am I thinking it's better than it was? I went home, watched it. It was enjoyable.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it was enjoyable.
It is much.
It's an actual good story.
Yeah.
And I think Michael Jordan is a better actor than LeBron James.
I can't tell you right now what the plot of Space Jam 2 was, to be honest with you.
He was brought to that world.
Why?
To beat those guys because they were being harassed.
Why?
I can't
Michael Jordan's story, like the Space Jam 1 story, was very logical. It had
made
point
sense,
A,
bro.
point B, point C. The Martians were on an island or some planet, and then they were trying to gain some power, and they went to the Looney Tunes world, and they they challenged them to a basketball game for power, and they basically said, all right.
They wanted to kidnap them and take them to their planet because apparently they're carnival or their zoo or some shit.
They wanted, they wanted some leverage in their planet somehow.
Yeah.
And then they said, all right, we're going to play basketball for it. And then they went to the NBA, stole Charles Barkley's talent, all these Karl Malone, all these other guys. Patrick Ewing. They played the game. They lost. And that was it. That's a very linear story. It was very well done. And it was very new.
Facts.
Space Jam 2 comes out. Why the nigga doing the same thing for no reason?
It was such a garbage movie, man. And you know what they tried to do to make it appealing? Like, they brought a lot of the Disney in that world to that world. Like, there was a little of Game of Thrones. There was a little bit of Star Wars. Yeah. Like, they tried so hard to put relevant things to make it cool.
Imagine adding cameos of other cartoons to boost the...
Bro, it had Ernie. It had Ernie in it, fam. And it was still garbage. Like, it had the NBA TNT team. Like, you know?
Ernie would make it blast.
Fam, if you put Ernie in anything, fam, I watch. You know? Like, Ernie's that guy.
Ernie can end wars, bro.
Huh?
It hurts. His voice is so...
Remember, there's a, I think you posted it. There was a, what's it called, a clip going around of him quoting Boondocks.
Yeah. Like, he knows what he's talking about, bro.
All right, so LeBron's not on that.
Give
me your last two, and then we'll move on from it.
Who was your first three again?
It was Jamie Foxx, Kevin Hart,
Will Smith.
And Will Smith.
Okay.
That's a hard. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone. Do you have anybody you want to add to that?
Yes.
Okay, add two to mine.
I'll add one.
Okay.
And then I'll give Mukhtar the last one.
Okay, go ahead.
Chris Breezy. Yeah. Multi-talented.
Michael Jackson.
Phenomenal. Well, let's exclude Michael Jackson because he's like the most talented person probably, right? But Chris Brown, what can't he do, fam? You tell me what he can't do. Except hold down a girl.
Act.
Terrible actor.
Terrible actor.
He was okay in Takers.
He was a good actor in Takers, bro. Like, he had a phenomenal role in that movie. Like, he doesn't act that much, but the roles I've seen him in, he hasn't been bad in.
No.
Can you name me one bad role he's been in?
Think Like a Man.
He wasn't bad.
He wasn't bad in that.
And then what is the football movie? The prison movie where they kind of commercialized that Chris Brown was going to be a main character, but he died off like the first couple of minutes.
But that makes him bad at acting?
No, I mean, like, it's just, in my opinion, if he was a good enough actor, they would have kept him alive.
Hold on.
They kept him there for a cameo.
To the bottom of your hate.
I don't hate. I love that guy.
I mean, we need to get to the bottom.
But if I'm
you're trying to convince me here that he doesn't belong on the list, but LeBron James does, then you
that's why I dropped LeBron.
Kind of a hate.
No, because listen, I dropped LeBron. The idea was LeBron.
Because Chris Brown can sing.
Sure.
He can dance.
Okay.
He can rap. He can act.
He can't rap.
He can draw.
He can't rap.
Look at me now.
That was 2
That's a cultural iconic hit in rap.
Let me tell you something. The only reason that song did well, in my opinion, fam, was because of the Busta Rhymes part. You think
tell me Lil Wayne didn't go hard?
He did, but
do
people talk about the Lil Wayne verse?
Who? You know, I'm not.
A lot of people talk about the Busta Rhymes. You can't even.
I'm not saying. What was the challenge? The challenge was you have to do the Busta Rhymes verse. Was there ever a challenge like, yo, let's do the Chris Brown verse?
So all success is based off of just challenges, right? Not the 110 billion views that the video got, right?
What I'm saying is
not the amount of spins that track got in the club. Niggas saying, "Look at me every single day."
I'm not saying it wasn't a great song, but I'm saying the success came from that one dude.
Okay, what did Chris Brown do? Did he steal your girl from you?
He probably would though.
Did he?
He probably would.
Did your girl end up liking a song too much? Like, what's the beef with Chris Brown? Are you a Rihanna fan?
You want to know? Fam?
Are you a big Karrueche fan?
First of all, I think she's absolutely
Karrueche, man. Is she still in the
acting.
game? She's still in the game?
She was on Claws for a long
There was a solid year that I had the biggest crush on her.
Yeah?
Yeah, so cute.
I go on her IG and see her photos from 123 weeks
ago. Did she upload anything new? Did she upload anything new? You know one of those?
Yo,
I was like 18 and stupid.
We're on camera, man. It said, did she upload anything new? What? Whoa.
Yeah, I'm being honest. You know what I mean? But... Okay, fine. If you add Chris Brown, who are you adding him, Mukhtar, into your last one?
So it was Will Smith, Kevin Hart, Chris Brown.
Yeah, who's your last?
Not sure who I can add to that list.
I have a random one.
Go ahead.
Ice Cube.
Is it acting and rapping?
Acting, rapping.
Incredible actor.
He's an incredible actor. An incredible rapper.
Incredible actor.
Come on, man. The guy was in a group called Niggas with Attitude saying, I'm going to kill you with the AK, this and that. And then he makes a movie called Are We There Yet? And he becomes a dad.
I'm not listen.
Like his versatility. You were just talking about versatility here. It just naturally, that's the skills.
I'm not denying the fact that he's one of the best artists of all time. I'm not denying that. What I'm denying is, remember at the beginning when I was like, Kevin Hart was always that comedic relief, and he was only ever getting these roles that were revolved around funniness. I think Ice Cube is comfortable in that space, which is fine. But I don't think that makes you. I think that makes you.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Because he was in Friday, and that's a very, very different role from Are We There Yet?
Did he pick up a movie like that ever since?
I mean, he's not really an actor nowadays.
So I don't know his range. Like he doesn't.
Well, he has acting.
What is he famous for?
Are We There Yet? And Friday. Those
are
the two.
He's not Friday. I'm talking about
this for Friday.
No, I'm not saying he's not. But when people talk about his resume,
talk about Friday.
They talk about Friday and Are We There Yet? Those are the only two things they talk about.
No, there was another. There's a movie he did with Kevin Hart. Like
Right Along?
Yeah,
that's recency bias.
I thought you liked that.
I didn't. I think I don't like these movies, bro.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was an alright movie, but it wasn't the greatest.
The second one was worse, but the first one.
There's a reason why he's not getting the same type of offers because he can only sell a current type.
Let me
in a different lane now.
Ride Along was under his production.
Yeah,
some of the movies he's in that lane where Friday, a part of his production.
Okay,
was a lot of those guys like Kevin Hart's doing now.
Okay,
they create their own lanes instead of going work for hire.
Okay.
So that I wouldn't say he's not getting specific roles. No, he's creating the roles that he's getting.
But
on top of the fact that he's the owner of a basketball league.
Okay.
So he's a businessman too. You were just gonna sit here and discuss LeBron's business acumen.
Okay, listen. If we're putting Ice Cube in here, then we gotta pull LeBron.
Why?
Because LeBron is just as much.
But LeBron doesn't have two things he's great at.
He's a businessman. What are you talking about?
Okay, give me something aside from his business acumen and his basketball skills that he's also very talented at. Because that's, to me, what will put him in this list.
We talk. He has his hands in so many different businesses.
Yeah, but what is he great at? We're talking about great.
Okay, what do you consider Ice Cube to be great at?
A phenomenal musician.
Okay, sure.
And I would say he's a above
decent
average actor.
No, decent. But keep going. Fine. Let's put actor.
Better than LeBron.
Okay, and acting. Okay.
And then on top of that, then we can go into what he's doing on the sidelines of her.
But then if you're like,
what does LeBron James have in terms of talent? Give me the talents he has. Because I just named you two talents that Ice Cube has. Okay. Aside from his business.
Okay, let me tell you what. So Ice Cube is one of the best artists of all time. LeBron James is the best basketball player of all time.
Yeah.
So I think that has an edge because he is the best at what he's done ever.
But we're not talking about just talent.
No.
We're talking about multi-talent.
But the fact that you're talking about being a good artist and being a decent actor, I think being the best kind of puts you a little above the edge.
But that's not the scale here. The scale here is it's quantity of
and
talent.
Also, in addition to that, he's a great businessman. You brought up the business aspect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that you could add that to LeBron James's resume. But what other than basketball and business does he have that he's really talented?
What else do you need if you're doing so well in so many? Sure.
He's made music and he sucked that.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
I mean, he still has a voice.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
He has a verse out there.
Keep going.
On whose song?
Him and KD.
It was trash.
Lying.
Yeah, they made a track.
KD wasn't that bad.
Oh, I never heard it.
KD was pretty solid. KD wasn't that bad. KD was pretty solid. I like KD, but LeBron's just...
Yeah. Why all these basketball players run that rapping?
Like, the only thing... LeBron is a great human being. Like, he's very, very much a great man to society, right? But I wouldn't say he's a multi-talented black man.
I don't know, bro. He opened up schools.
He's making
opportunities for people.
That's fantastic. But like that's philanthropy work. That doesn't require talent.
Yeah, but it comes from the aspect of how much money he racks in from all his business decisions.
But what does that have to do with his talents?
But you don't associate the fact that he's doing so much for the community to the like. I just think when I think of like prominent black men.
It's not that's not the question here.
Fair,
that's not
but
the question.
I understand. But when I think he always has to be included in the conversation, regardless.
I disagree. This conversation, no, because he's not multi-talented. He's in the conversation with the Obamas.
Didn't we say talented? Did we say multi-talented?
We said talented. No, we said multi. Go back.
Did we say talented or multi-talented,
sir?
No. I think I think the multi-talented came from Jamie Foxx because we were like, oh, he has this, and this.
You gonna rewatch this shit.
Anyways,
but
I'm saying if you include Ice Cube, you gotta include LeBron. That's all I'm saying. I don't care. If you include the fact that he's a decent actor,
I can't include LeBron if he doesn't have a second talent.
Nah, he's a businessman. He's a good father.
That's a talent now.
It could be. Like what the hell? 2 of his sons are about to be NBA pro. How is that not a talent, bro? He knows what he's doing.
It's too weird.
I have one more guy though.
LeBron sexuals, man.
What is it?
Ice Cube and LeBron aren't.
They're not on the same talent scale.
I don't include them.
I think LeBron's more talented, but keep going.
Okay, Childish Gambino.
Sure, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's
Baby Jamie.
Good one.
That's a good
Baby Jamie.
Knocked it out the park. Although I don't like his stand-up.
I don't think
he's that. I don't think he's a comedian. Like to me,
I think he's actor funny. Like when he's playing a role.
Yeah,
I love the comedic relief that
he has. Great because I watched Community and he has great reaction. He has great reaction comedy.
Facts.
Like when his the way he makes his face look and shit like that when shit's happening, funny. Yeah. But when he tries to I've seen a little bit of his stand up.
It's not funny.
And in Atlanta too, he's actually hilarious. The show Atlanta,
and he created that show.
Yeah, that show.
That show is that the show where there was a scene with the prison where everybody was kind of sitting down.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, yo, I haven't seen you in a while to his girl. And he was like, so he was catching up with his girl on the guy's side.
Childish Gambino?
No, the show, the Atlanta show.
Yeah.
Am I right? On that show, right? Show. So what was happening
Are you talking about an episode in the show?
Yeah. So it was a prison scene where all the prisoners were kind of sitting down.
You watched this?
Yeah.
Who's in jail? Doughboy?
No. So what happened was Childish. I haven't watched the full episode. I just seen that scene.
I watched the show a while ago. That's why I'm so fuzzy.
Yeah.
Donald Glover's character gets arrested and gets put into a waiting area for all the people that got arrested.
Yeah.
And while he's sitting, right next to him, he's sitting between a guy and another person. So the guy starts talking to the other person right next to that's on the other side, Donald Glover.
Yeah.
And says, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. This is my girl."
Yeah.
And
on the guy
all of a sudden, a man that's sitting in front of them said, "I don't know what you're looking at, but that's a man."
Yeah.
He said, "No, that's my girl. We used to do this such and such, and that's my girl." I said, "That is a man."
Yeah. It was so funny.
What
Gay.
the fuck?
He didn't say that's gay. He was like, "Nigga, you gay," and then everybody started.
He started trying to defend himself, trying to involve Donald Glover in this, and saying,
that was funny.
"Do you see a man? Is that why keep is that?"
Yeah, that was funny. Holy.
That's one of the best shows on TV. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Atlanta, it's just so clever, man. Little shit like that, bro. It's just the reason why that show is great. There's no real episodes.
Loved it. And yeah, so Mukhtar, good one. I like him.
But
I like
even though this is just we said black men. There's a couple. Like I've been talking about Issa Rae. Issa Rae's.
Yeah, I think if you were to put like a woman list,
yeah,
I would put her in there. I would put her in there.
Issa Rae and the other one, forgot the one that created The Shy. I forgot Lena something.
I don't know her.
I've seen clips of both those shows. I haven't watched fully Insecure yet.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched Lena Waithe. That's who it was.
Okay.
She created. I don't know if you guys.
Are you talking about the bald girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slim and something from a few years ago. No, that
Queen and Slim.
Queen and Slim. That's what it was. Like,
where's Queen at, bro? I'm right here. Where's Queen? Where the Queen at?
She coming fast.
I'm here.
She coming.
That movie was made for me, bro. And I watched it with some girl, and it was so awkward, man.
Why was it awkward?
Because it was like she wasn't the. I mean,
she wasn't the queen.
She is a queen,
yeah,
but she's not my queen.
Bars.
But
yeah, those two, their pen game's crazy though.
Are you about to say pause or something? I don't understand. Like, you open it.
Are you kidding me? That was so corny.
Are you kidding me?
That was like.
Are you kidding me, bro?
Like in a world, you want everybody to clap like. Good job. You're so nice.
You know what it is though?
What?
He's feeling lonely.
I am, man. It's a lonely city, man.
I like that.
What can I do? I'm just here by myself every day. Every day.
No, but you're not alone. Recently, it's been cited that Toronto is the most loneliest city.
That's crazy.
No, actually, that's
crazy.
You know, like, okay, to get into this conversation, but like, there's an actual study that was brought up that says Toronto is one of the loneliest cities in Canada.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
That's so facts, isn't it?
But why do you think that is?
Because we're so overpopulated, bro.
Overpopulated? I don't think there's that many of us.
Hold on. My theory is that Toronto specifically is overpopulated. There's not like, just look at the housing crisis that we're in right now. There's no place for people to go and shit. Yeah. A lot of these people even people that work from work in town, live out of town, are still commuting to the city. So we're so congested. And a lot of the time, I feel like this city is very self-focused. Okay. Like everybody's focused on themselves.
Yeah.
There's very little community feel in Toronto, in my opinion, you know? Maybe when you get towards like the outskirts and like the outer areas of the GTA, there's more of that feel.
Yeah.
But within the GTA itself, it's a very lonely city because everybody's so locked in on what they're doing that there's no time for that community feel.
Yeah.
You know? So like, especially people in our ages that people are trying to pursue things in life, trying to go for things, trying to seek new experiences, right? A lot of the times those things are they're just afterthoughts because you're trying so hard to gain what you're trying to gain in life.
Yeah.
And then that can make you kind of in your own bubble in a sense, right? And then you lose communication with people. Generally speaking, to be honest, if it wasn't for this podcast, bro, I don't know when I would see you guys. You know what I mean? Like we barely hang out.
That's a really good point because even before this podcast, we probably saw each other like once a month, right? Yeah, like let's catch up or something. Right?
And you know how many times we'd flop on each other?
I never flop.
I mean, like we'd make plans as a group, and then we'd say this, and then somebody.
You were the flopper. You were the flopper.
Me. It's you.
Yo, fam, something came up, bro. I gotta focus on it. I'm like, all right, brother, take your time. Don't
Maybe one time that happened. Maybe one time that happened. Bitch ass nigga. Are you kidding me? I'm always down. I'm always the one that's like, yo, let's go. Let's do it.
To that point, bro, I want to push back.
Okay.
I was researching this topic, you know? So the study came out that Toronto is one of the most loneliest cities in the world, right?
In the world? I thought it was just Canada.
No, it's in the world.
Yeah.
From my understanding, at least. I could be wrong. Maybe it was just this article that was talking about it.
I don't think it was the world.
I'm pretty sure it
has that stigma already.
That's
no, right. I'm pretty sure it was just Canada.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
But it would make sense.
Second largest country in the world, though. That's huge.
Yeah, but the way that the study said, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. A lot of people have a community around them, but they just don't feel that connection with them anymore. So they feel lonely not being able to connect with the people they were once able to, you know? And I thought that was super interesting. Like a lot of people online or like social media, it looks like they have such a great group of people around them. But in reality, it's just what they're trying to portray in order to not seem alone. Because the idea is if I'm alone, I'm scared. Like there's so much connotation around it where I'm scared. I don't know what to do. But as long as I keep around people, even if I don't have a connection with them, it fills this void in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting. Like for me personally, I don't have that. You know, like when I seen this article, I was like, that's so interesting. There's people who feel loneliness, you know? And then I was thinking about at a time in my life where I did feel lonely. And then it's like, I understand where like trying to make a connection when, you know, it doesn't seem like anyone's trying to hold on, you know?
Yeah.
And it could be hurtful. And imagine like the study says a lot of people are feeling like that.
Yeah.
You know? And I think a lot of this also stems from COVID. A lot of people just became socially awkward.
Yeah, that's true.
You
That's
know?
a very, I think
Like-
you touched on a really good point there. There's a very clear distinction between being alone
Yeah,
and being lonely, right?
Facts, yeah.
That's a really good point. And I think you hit it right on the money. And let's talk about this too, because like you bring up another good point in COVID, right?
Mhm.
Do you think some people are still stuck in their COVID ways?
100%.
How do people get out of that? How do we as a society kind of get back out there? You know,
Mm.
because like I one thing I do want to note is that, like for me, for example, right? Like there's this office culture that I'm living in where they want more people to come into work and
Yeah.
work in the office and be amongst people and, you know, just see each other face to face. But 90% of where I work doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
They want to stay at home.
That's
They
it,
like the
man.
luxury, the comfort of being home. And this is an option to them, right? So
Mhm.
why would they choose to commute a certain amount of time
Yeah.
to go sit somewhere where they truly don't really want to be?
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
But on the flip side, you know, I'm not the type of person to completely stay at home. I'll go into the office a couple times a week, a couple times a month, just to get that face to face interaction. I feel like I need that though. You know,
Mhm.
I feel like I need that human to human contact, talking to people. You know,
Yeah.
going outside and having a commute so that I don't get into this loneliness. You know,
Yeah.
but majority of my peers and majority of the people I work with, I don't think feel that same need. You know, and it could be based off of what happened in COVID. I understand. But how do we get out of that? You know?
You know, that's so that is so true. And it's like before COVID started, fam, I used to go to the office 5 days a week.
Me too.
Right now, that's unheard of. If a company said, "Yo, you have to come in 5 days a week,"
Talking about
what are you talking
the
about?
Zoom broke.
And you know,
Microsoft Teams
we
broke.
had like a huge meeting recently where the CEO was like, "Yo, y'all are coming.
Mhm.
We're getting away from this 2-3 days a week thing." At one point, all of us are gonna be in office, and everybody was like, "Damn, what should I do? Should I do this?" And I'm like, in my head, I love the idea of working from home. I get to sleep in an extra hour, extra half an hour, and then I get to just wake up, turn on my laptop, I'm there. But I'm not gonna lie, bro, to your point, I really do miss making connections with people at
Yeah.
work. You know?
Mhm.
Like the connections I made when I was younger are the reason I am where I am today.
Me too.
You know?
I agree.
And a lot of people take that for granted. Like you open up your laptop and you think Teams is able to do what you think face-to-face was able to do at one point, right?
Mhm.
And I can see why people feel lonely at work, feel lonely in their social life, feel lonely when it comes to their personal life, right? It's just people forgot how to love the way you need to interact with people. And people just forgot how to do that. It's like they're so in their own world of trying to maintain themselves where they forget that there's an aspect of trying to connect with others.
Yeah, there's
You know?
there's a world outside of your house.
Yeah.
You know, and
You
it's
know?
so necessary for humans to have that interaction with the real world
Facts.
so that they don't get into this slump, so that they don't get into these like low moods and low self-esteem and low
Mhm.
energy. And then we don't get these reports that show Toronto is one of the loneliest cities in Canada.
It
'Cause
makes sense to me though.
There's so like it's such an odd report because Toronto, I feel like, is one of the most engaging cities from afar.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
There's so much welcoming here when it comes to just ethnicities and cultures and just differences in people that it's such a utopia for that. But everybody seems to get stuck in their own life, stuck in their own journey, stuck
Yeah.
in their own issues and, you know, roadblocks and burdens that they stop kind of interacting with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
You know, and that's now becoming a real thing for the city. And one thing that I want to do in my life, at least to kind of help myself feel more integrated with the community, is to be more active in what's going on when, at least when the weather is good, you know, like
Okay.
if there's like a parade or if there's like a community gathering or like a citywide event that's going on, I'm going to make sure to try my best to be at those things, you know,
Yeah.
like especially the once in a lifetime things, like when the Raptors have a championship parade and stuff like that. I'm going to be present for those things because those are the memories that will build you for life. You know what I mean? Like being amongst the community, being amongst different people that you don't know, all just in unison and joy and happiness. That is something that you crave as a human being, but you don't necessarily know you need when you don't have it, you know? So it's like little things like that. I think you can help yourself to get out of your loneliness or out of your shell, but it's all going to start from people putting their best foot forward. You know, this isn't a rhetoric or a theory or an ideology that's going to just die overnight.
No, that's true. And to be honest, right now we were talking about it in the sense of just like community, but in the sense of like like I honestly think even before COVID, the whole social media movement and the whole online thing, people have kind of, and I say this all the time, people create like this online version of themselves, right? And then when they get so comfortable with this perfect profile that they create, that sometimes they associate their whole personality to them. And then when you go into the real world and people notice that's not actually how you are, it's like you're trying to maintain a version of yourself that you created through a monitor, you know? And I think this all started with social media because prior to that, people were kind of forced to get out there. You were forced to go play basketball outside. You were forced to go do something. Because before then, you were able to connect otherwise like phone call or something, right?
Yeah.
But now
you
that...
don't do.
I'd rather die than pick up the phone. Still.
This guy,
I'd rather die.
He won't FaceTime you.
No,
he won't call you.
That's weird.
He won't leave you a voice note. It's like...
You want to get into that, bro?
I mean, what is your fear?
Let's get back to this.
What is your fear?
Let me tell you something.
Why do you not want to call niggas?
I just think, bro, if we really need to connect, I'll come to you. I'll come pick you up, or like we'll meet somewhere. Like I don't need a whole phone call, bro. Like
that's so easier.
No,
why do you need to get out of your house, get in your car, spend gas?
I think that's better connection than like, yo, what's up, bro? How you doing? You good?
No.
You good, bro? Are you good?
No.
I don't need to talk to you. Like I don't need to talk to you.
Hold on. Let's not get this twisted here. Niggas don't want to hear. Niggas don't want to hear your how was your day. We want to actually have real conversations with you about stuff. And this nigga's like, I'm gonna come to you.
Yeah, why not? It's better face to face.
A 2-minute conversation. Mukhtar, a 2-minute conversation on the phone.
Bro.
I'm gonna drive halfway across town to tell you face to face.
No,
Where is logic?
If there's something that can be communicated via text, if it's something that has to be like more than a text message, I'm coming to you.
Why not just pick up the phone? It has your phone.
Especially FaceTime, bro. FaceTime is so awkward. So I'll have the phone like this. Yo, what's up, bro?
Is it called the iText message or is it called the iPhone, fam?
It's
called the iPhone for a reason. You're supposed to use the phone.
No.
You don't even acknowledge that it has a calling ability?
No, it's a smartphone, fam. It's supposed to be smart.
It has phone still in it.
No, it has a text message.
What does phone do?
Phone?
What does phone do?
Yo, it's supposed to, phone.
So phone niggas, bro.
I'm not phoning nobody, fam. I don't no FaceTime, no phone call. Like, don't even send me a voice note, fam. Like, don't send me nothing. If I need to hear you, I'll come to see you, the real version.
He'll never post himself on a story ever.
I think that's common.
No.
Am I supposed to?
I mean, you're very against putting your voice and your face on your phone.
Fam,
unless it's
look what I'm doing. I'm doing this. What are you talking about?
If I wasn't here, Mukhtar wasn't here, would you ever
Why would I talk to myself? Yeah, imagine this. Let me do a monologue right now.
Do a monologue.
Welcome to another episode of the Coffee Break Podcast, where we talk about everything. You see how awkward that is, bro?
Isn't that what your man Keith Lee does?
Oh, no. He does food review.
That voice you just turned on was
You would never do a food review.
I was actually thinking about doing that one.
You would never do it. You're contemplating it now because you're like, would I be a waste dude?
No, I don't. It's not about would I be like. It's more like I'm the type of person, if I start something, bro, and if it's not a good end product, I would be so ashamed of myself. Like I want it to be a good version, and then even if I upload it, we're getting to the is this good enough? Like is this standard?
So why don't you use that same mindset when you're calling niggas?
It's not related.
My voice nice.
No, the best
talking properly. Am I communicating?
No, it's not like I don't care, bro. Like if it's not a text message, bro, I'm gonna come see you. And a discussion.
I think maybe your job ruined you.
Wow.
With Microsoft Teams and Zoom.
I hate that shit, bro. No, it's not even.
Maybe they spoiled it for you, but you can always pick up the phone and call me and Mukhtar. We're your brothers. We love you.
I ain't calling. Fam, if I die, you're getting a text message from me like, yo, fam,
Do you hear
I'll see you in the afterlife. That's
hear?
exactly how it
Guys, I just died, fam. Yo, guys, I just died. I'm in Jahannam. Sorry.
Fam, that's how you're gonna hear from me.
God damn, nigga.
You're never gonna get anything out of me like that.
Not even a voice note?
Do I look like, fam, if I send a voice note, it's me saying some dumb shit. Like I sent a friend of mine a hook that I thought would be good for a song. He's about to mix it.
Yeah?
He's about to mix it.
Are we
bro.
talking about the voice note?
Yeah, off the voice note. Fam.
Yo, hold on. Writing cred?
Yeah,
Writing
right.
cred.
It was amazing, fam. So I see stupid shit like that, but it's not something like, yo, mom, how you doing, bro? You good? You good?
Why keep on asking people how they're doing?
Yeah, why is it always how's your day? Like, why can't it just be like,
You
yo,
think you can help me with
at?
something? Yo, you think we could? You see, that's stupid. It's dumb.
Why?
It's not worth it.
Okay, let me give you a
Toxic
scenario.
masculinity.
You're on the highway, and you're running late.
Yeah.
And somebody asks, how long will you be?
I'll call you for that. Like, no, I'm not stupid enough. Like, if we're going to see something, I'll be like, yo,
I wanted to
2
know
minutes.
the threshold of where your calls are.
No, like if I'm running late to something, or if I'm on the road and I'm not sending you a text message, yo, I'll be there in 2 minutes.
Which you haven't done ever.
Yeah, because I'm never late.
What the hell's the poo poo?
Pardon?
What the hell's the poo?
So when you're not touching the monitor thing, bro.
Nah, but he's got the dash now. You know, first off, this guy got a new amazing car. And the car, the second you get in, the dashboard is right there.
It's right there.
His phone number, all the people he needs to call, that right. But you can't text on that. So what's the point?
You could text on yours?
Yeah.
You have a luxury car though.
Bro, we in this. We in this bit.
That's a first one. I love that car.
It's
like a.
If I could trade with you for a week, I would. Dead ass. I really dead ass.
Your car's better.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think your car eats more gas though.
It does, probably.
My car is amazing on gas.
$100 tank?
But your car looks 110 to fill it up.
Yeah.
But mine's $50.
You're Mazda.
Yeah, you're right. Still.
Beautiful Japanese brand. I love that.
Yeah, you're right.
Disgusting.
But yo, back to what?
And that's why Toronto's such a lonely city. To be
God.
Nah, I got real love for Germans, man. Germans, they're some of the funniest sounding people ever.
I can't do that. Can you do that?
Nah, I wish I could. I
feel like Mukhtar, you can do it.
To me, it's like German, Russian, Indian. Well, in conclusion to this, honestly, I think go outside more. You know, obviously it's gonna get.
You think going outside?
I think it's gonna get cold, and we're gonna see a lot of people just being in their hibernation period.
Yeah.
But as soon as it starts to get warmer outside, this is what our third year after post COVID.
Well, I think everything started subsiding.
2
like
years ago,
everything was lifted as of last year, January, in my opinion.
So 2022 or 2023?
2022. The start of 2022 is when things started getting back to normal.
Okay, so from 2022 January, and we're going into 2024 summer, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a decent amount of time for people to start getting back into community, like reintegrating with community.
Yeah.
And I feel like this summer specifically, there'll be a lot more events, there'll be a lot more things to do, there'll be a lot more places to go and see. And we just as citizens of Toronto need to take advantage of that time because we only get 4 months of good weather, 5 months of good weather a year, maybe. Mm-hmm. So at those times, I feel like to avoid this loneliness, this epidemic we're going through, try and get yourself out there, try and go and see people, meet new people, try new things. Like I said, Toronto is like a melting pot for different like cultures and diverse things to do and try. So when it comes to it, try and get yourself out there a little bit more. That's one of the best pieces of advice I can give for that.
No, you couldn't have said it better. Still, I think leaving the house is step one.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
mm-hmm.
If you leave the house and just join initiatives, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were to be in like a stupid ass club, like a fucking, like if you were
that's the perfect way to introduce something.
Just join, join a club, bro. Like you're gonna find people there. Like imagine you just join like a checkers club.
I was in a sewing club last summer.
Stop it.
Yeah, I was in.
Really?
It was not even a club. It was like a sewing class.
Did you make any friends out there?
Yeah. Well, everybody there was just like an old lady, But I still text those women every now and then. Like they give me tips,
Oh, how to do certain things?
They embraced me. I'm not gonna lie. They were treating me like I was their child.
It's because I think it was so left field for you to be there. They're like, yo, we gotta make sure he has a good experience,
Bro, there's this one lady that I still keep in touch with. And she sends me like different stitching patterns and like different creative ways to like make your garments look cool. And like, we so locked in, man.
You see?
So locked in.
Perfect. Like, that's exactly what I mean. Like, you would never expect to make connections with people, not in these settings, right? Like, what are the chances if you were to be Yorkdale one day, would you have talked to her?
Never.
You know, like being in these
be walking
areas
by each other without any conversation.
Exactly, like being in these areas where connections are easier to make. I think is the best way to kind of combat these loneliness factors. You know, because I just think that's so sad. Like,
I think honestly, like another tip I can give to people would be, pursue what you love. You know, like if you're into, like for me, it was this summer I wanted to become really good at sewing.
Yeah.
For my clothing business, and I jumped into a sewing class 5 weeks. You know, like things like that. Like you not only can you build your skills, build yourself, but like interactions with other people. You know, like you never know the goodness in somebody until you actually interact with them. You know, so like for me and a bunch of these old ladies, we're locked in. We're here. They're my aunties. I love them all.
That's amazing.
And you know, so like things like that, honestly, for me, they help me prosper in terms of like, you know, just being the best version of myself.
Yeah.
And it helps me feel like I'm actually a part of the community rather than feeling lonely, you know? So it's a sad report that's come out, but there's things that we can do to better ourselves to get out of this.
Facts,
you know?
No.
It's Toronto, baby. We in the 6th.
No, really, I'm making dua for these people because sometimes being alone is one of the worst feelings, bro.
Yeah,
especially feeling lonely in a sense where you're with people. It's a type of void that's very hard to fill because you're assuming if you're with people, this void is going to be filled, right? But even when you're in the presence of people and you still feel this way, it's a whole another type of problem, you know? So inshallah, people are able to come out of that, you know?
I agree.
Drake right now. He's trying to hold the audience accountable by dropping the next album.
Yeah.
The nigga dropped the second project.
I heard it. Did you hear it?
I heard. I listened to all the songs once.
Yeah.
Gave it a little skim through. Okay. I'm gonna keep this short. Drake to me is at a point where I can't listen to him anymore.
At all?
At all. I don't like. Yes, he's a great rapper. I would say like above a lot of the rappers that are out right now. Very, very, very talented in like wordplay, you know, ability to write raps. He's up there with the best. The content and rap he's rapping about, miss me with that shit. I don't give a fuck how much better you are than other rappers, bro. Like, to be honest with you, with all due respect, man, like that works for other people, but for me, I'm more into the conscious style of rap. I'm more into the life thoughts or aspects of life that people get.
You like lyrical stuff.
I'm not saying that what he's doing right now isn't lyrical. He's still, like I said, wordplay, bars, you know, double entendres and all that. Like all the rapping ability is there. It's at a high peak in its career. But the content is like, I can't get out of my head the picture of a 37-year-old guy trying to constantly tell people that they're not on his level in different ways. You know, we know that. I've been knowing that for so many years that I just don't care anymore. Like Drake to me has been at the status he's been at for probably 8 to 10 years.
Yeah.
So to me, none of this is new. You know, I don't need to hear in different ways. I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. I don't care about that.
Is it competition or is it ego?
To me, it's more so of an ego thing because there's no one to compete with. There's literally no one to compete with. Yeah, there was a track with J. Cole on there that he went back and forth with, but I still think that in comparison to the two, one is rapping about actual content and the other is rapping about himself.
You enjoyed the J. Cole verse over?
I very much did.
Yeah, because they included your name in it. That's fine.
What did he say?
He shouted me out.
Yeah, he did.
He shouted out my govy and my occupation, fam.
Yeah, he did. IT and the nigga's full name, fam.
He said, my name is Muhammad Ali, like I got a job in IT.
That's crazy.
That's mod, right?
That's crazy.
That's mod.
You know,
so I mean, just in that sense, like the man, like he's not rapping about anything to me. You know, he's rapping about himself and how much I'm better than everybody and you guys are shit. And then on top of all that, then the flip side of that is constantly shitting on women. You know, my ex ain't shit. You ain't shit. I was with this girl and now she's with this guy and now she's doing this and this. And it's like constantly we're just gonna shit on the girls that I know. I'm just gonna shit on all these girls I know over and over and over and over again.
Let me throw something in there though. Isn't that the age of like what Drake has been applauded for so long right now is the fact that he can stay youthful, he can stay in the mix, and he can stay out front. J. Cole and Kendrick have built, those are the three that everybody talks about, the greatest of this generation. They've built the persona of, I'm gonna rap, I'm gonna drop something, and I'm gonna go away. he's built the persona of I'm still out here, I'm still present like the other ones, and I'm still the most marketable person as the face of rap. So him being youthful and the age that we're in right now of the drug users and my girl did this to me, so I went down this path, and isn't that the age of today? And isn't what we have been applauding him for, being youthful and staying with
that's my exact gripe with this. This is not me saying that stop doing this. This is not working. This is clearly working. This is clearly making you successful. Go at it 10 times. Go 10 times harder if you have to, Drake. My thing is, my personal gripe with this music that's coming out today is that it's not music for me, you know? Like, I like to listen to rap to look up, to be inspired, you know, to look to, as somebody as a role model. I can't see somebody who's trying to appeal to people younger than me as a role model in that sense, you know? Like, I don't move in the same ways as Drake when he has relationships, you know? Like, I don't move as, like, I'm not Drake level anything, right? So I can't relate to that style or that lifestyle per se, right? And then I can't incorporate some of that into my lifestyle because that goes against who I consider myself to be. You know, like, I'm not going to be, if I get out of a relationship with the girl, I'm not just going to shit on her. You know what I mean? There's going to be points and there's going to be impacts in that relationship that got me to where it got me to, right? And I'm not just going to get with somebody just because I'm this type of person, you know? I'm going to get with somebody based off of who they are, you know? So, like, certain aspects of Drake's life I cannot relate with at all. So to me, it's like, there's the relatability factor is completely gone. So I can't personally see myself continuously listening to this guy's music as his career goes on because it's not for me anymore, you know? And that's my only gripe with him. It's still great music. I'm not saying that he's making shit music, but the content is just so far left from what I'm just generally interested in that I just can't consider him to be a GOAT status rapper, in my opinion. You know, of course, to the masses, yeah, and to numbers wise, yeah, but numbers don't do anything for me. Status doesn't do anything for me as the listener. I'm only gravitating towards the body of music and the content in which it was produced, or in content of what was produced, you know? So
I got you.
In that sense, I'm 100% done with Drake's music.
100% done?
Just going to be background music for me from now.
You know, I listened to it, the EP that he dropped. It's not bad. The first song, incredible. And thoroughly enjoyed the wordplay. Like, I disagree with you. I think what he does is incredible, and I understand what you mean though. But I think you consume music differently than most people.
Yeah.
You know, like for example, I like a lot of these trap music where they talk about gun, drugs, like all this, the way that they do all this stuff. I have never done any of that stuff. You know, like, I can't relate to it. However, I just love the flow of it. I love the environment, the place that it puts me in.
Yeah.
I think it just does me well, you know?
But that's what I consider to be background music. That's not music I'm actively listening to. It's music that's on that I'm enjoying the energy of, you know?
I gotta disagree.
When
it comes to Drake, that's not, for me, it's not background music. Like, there are some albums that I go to that are just banger after banger. It's like, there's some stuff that he says and some, like, you know, like the 7 a.m. stuff, like, you know, those, like, there are some songs that he has where it's just, you listen to it and it's like you're reliving moments in your life where he's talking about these certain things, you know?
I agree, but my rebuttal to that is there's not
enough of that? There's not enough of that?
No.
What?
My point is that to me, why I consider his music to be background music, I'm not saying that his music is unlistenable. I'm saying that the songs that I'm into today, I'm not listening to with active ears. You know, I'm not listening, like the song, even the songs like 8 a.m. and Charlotte and all those songs, to me, those are one-time listens.
Okay.
I get what I need from it. I'm not spinning back to that in January.
Okay.
I'm not putting that in my playlist to go to work, and that's not transitional music to me. That's just a momentary music, you know? But the songs that he does release that are like the bops and, like, you know, like, what's the one that just dropped on the last album?
Jumbotron?
No, not Jumbotron. The last album.
First.
What would Pluto do or something like that?
First Place Shooter, no?
No, that's
J. Cole.
That's not a song I'm talking about. But on that album,
the one with SZA?
The album he made fun of for?
Yeah, there's a track called "What Would Pluto Do." It's kind of like Jumbotron.
Yeah,
it's a really great song to me. I fuck with that song a lot, right? But like I said, I'm not listening to that with active ears. That's just gonna be in the background.
Okay.
You know, that's just to me what I consider to be background music. You know, like transitional music, like if I'm commuting somewhere, if I'm going to the gym, or if I'm, like I'm playing something, like I'm playing games, I want to put music on in the background, right? As opposed to songs like back in the day, I might be too strong out on confidence. That's a bop that I can still actively listen to.
Yeah.
I might be too strong out on compliments, overdosed on confidence, starting not to give a fuck and stop fearing the consequence. That's cleverly written.
Some of that stuff right now, though. Like,
I disagree.
I can, like, if you and I sat down one time, I was like, yo, this album had this song. This, like, First Place Shooter, I thought he did an incredible job. I know J. Cole.
Justine, Charlene, Chaplin, Marlene. Are we talking about the same nigga? And I pack them in my phone like they sardines.
Yo. Is that the actual line?
That's the actual bar.
That's the actual line.
Like, what are we talking about?
How do you memorize that?
I listen to music, bro.
Like, yo, that always.
And I pack them in my phone like they sardines. Like, what the fuck? Brother, you have a child. What the fuck are we talking about?
That was fucking fun.
Unbelievable. I'm just like, yo, like, I still feel like, to me, man, it sounds like I'm a hating ass nigga right now because Drake is that nigga in Toronto. And I supremely give him the flowers he deserves, bro. But to me, a lot of what Joe Budden said was right on the money, bro. Like, miss me with that shit. It's not for me. I don't. Is it wrong for me to say I don't like this nigga's music?
It's not wrong, though.
It's just my opinion, right?
No, because just to my point, I remember there was a time where we were in uni and I asked you, yo, who's your favorite artist? And you said, yo, he's Drake.
Is he Drake? Yeah.
So I find it interesting now that you're like, I can't relate to his stuff anymore. Because at a certain time, that was your favorite.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because there was still an aspect of Drake towards like where he, like, I think maybe like 2016-ish was like,
I thought Scorpion was a great album. You didn't like that?
It was a good album. Yeah, it was good. But it wasn't like, to me, it wasn't at the status in which I already originally had Drake to be in, you know? Like he put himself at a high bar.
I think that's my most replayed
and
album.
He has never, to me, has never reached that bar.
What, Take Care? He's never...
Nothing was the same. If you're reading this, like, I think after that era, that's when he was like, all right, I'm the GOAT. Let me just start giving people music very fast and in a very quickly so that they don't forget about me, you know? So like digestible music, you know? Microwave music.
Yeah.
And I think that way of making music started with like Future and Migos, and like Atlanta kind of adopted that, and Drake just kind of ran with it, you know? So like,
go to each their own. If you don't really, I understand. You made a great point.
I feel like I hear the effort in the songs nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear there was 1 day spent on this versus 2 months spent on this.
Well, he did say this album or this EP took him 5 days.
Yeah.
He did say that.
So how can I can't.
But I just think it was still enjoyable, bro.
And to me, it's like, I don't see Drake the same way I see other artists. You know, I put him in the same class as like the J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, you know, those guys, even in the Jay-Z class, you know, like I put him amongst those guys.
Yeah.
But to me, he doesn't produce the quality in which those guys produce.
It's a separate era, though.
No, I'm just in general. I'm just talking about his main group of people he came up with, like the Kanyes, you know, that group of people initially. Those guys tend to put in a supreme amount of effort into their music, you know? Even guys like Lil Wayne, who doesn't write, right? He doesn't write a single bar. But every song you can hear, this nigga is putting in so much work on the wordplay, on the bars and everything. Like, he doesn't half-ass anything. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of Drake's music is half-ass. You know, that's just my opinion. I am just a guy in Toronto with no say in what Drake does anything. So please do not take that as hate.
That is hate, though.
It's not hate. It's just a personal
Did you hear that
opinion.
verse a couple seconds ago?
It's a personal opinion that I have about music I have listened to. It's nothing to do with the guy. The guy himself is the guy. Probably will get a statue in the.
That's not the part I'm going to clip, though.
Who said you're going to clip it?
I'm going to clip that.
Who said you're going to clip it? Who said you know the password to the podcast? Okay.
I'm gonna make sure that the part that goes viral is that one part that you said, bro.
So you're gonna make me go viral? Damn me.
I got you, bro. You think it's time to wrap up now? How long have we been going?
1 hour and 8 minutes.
Okay. Do you think that's enough? What do you think?
What else is on there?
Diddy, Snoop Dogg, and 12:30, 12:28.
Yeah.
12:20. Are we allowed to be here?
We'll talk to him after.
Okay.
I asked him. He said he had nothing to do after. I'll talk to him.
Does that mean we have to pay 3 hours though?
We'll talk to him about the price. I came late, so we'll see.
Okay.
So you want to see? You want to?
Diddy, it's Snoop Dogg, and it was
I think the Diddy topic we need more time for.
Yeah, that one.
There's a lot going on for
There's
us.
a lot going on. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of jokes I can get off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Diddy and.
It's a serious topic though. You gotta take jokes.
I'm getting off jokes.
Yeah, savage.
Snoop Dogg stopped smoking weed.
You want to quickly just dive into that? Real quick?
Let's go.
I want to hear the top 5 rappers you guys feel, but
top 5 rappers.
You guys most listen to, because you said a lot of.
Do it.
Me?
Let's do it
for each of you guys, because you said
it doesn't have to be
your conscious rap and things. So who of this era falls in the other than J. Cole and Kendrick?
That's the thing. I don't listen to this era's music just for that reason.
Who's okay? But to that point, Mufta, I love that question. Who are your top 5 rappers from this generation?
Good question. Good question. From this generation, number 1, I would have to say Travis Scott. Okay. Is he this generation?
He's the last generation.
No, okay, no.
Like he's the leader. He's the leader of the kids.
I'll say from right now. I'll say from right now.
He came on.
Like, let's say anybody who's relevant right now.
Yeah, that's of Tyler.
He didn't get hot till 2016.
But let's say, let me switch the question. Let me switch the question. Let's say, who are your top 5 rappers right now that are relevant?
Travis Scott's not relevant?
No, I wanted to add Travis Scott too. That's right. Because if you say this generation, it becomes a
different
toss.
generation.
You know?
Okay. Good question. In order or no order?
No order.
No order. Okay. Travis, Cole, K-Dot.
You're not putting Drake in there?
Drake, yeah, he has to be in there.
No, let's say J. Cole and Drake. Those are synonymous to everybody.
Okay, so, let's keep them out of it.
Yeah.
I would say K-Dot, Travis. That's the thing. I listen to so much more R&B than rap.
Include R&B artists.
Include R&B? Okay, The Weeknd.
5.
No. We're making it too easy for you now. I want rappers.
I don't listen to rap.
Okay, fine. But all right.
I mean, the thing is, I'll give you an example of what I mean by my gripe towards even Drake. I don't listen to that, like this new style of rap so much that I go back into like the 2000s and the 90s of people who I've never heard that I know are nice and just get into them. You know, like I got into Lauryn Hill recently, like really big into Lauryn Hill recently. I got into
incredible.
Who else? I had a big Mobb Deep phase last summer. Big Mobb Deep phase.
Yeah.
I mean,
Prodigy.
Like R&B Prodigy, man.
Okay, so what's your top 5?
Top 5? Okay, right now I'd say, can I check my phone real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I need to know this one. Because I've been listening to a lot of weird shit too, man.
So that's my phone over there?
Yeah.
I thought that was his phone.
That's this phone.
I was like, yo, because me and this nigga, we have the same fucking
So
phone.
why would I bring your phone out of my phone?
I was like, yo, why is it at your side then?
You put it there.
I put it. Why would I put all those
I don't
there?
know.
That's funny.
Okay, I'll give you some. Okay, from today even. Travis Scott, Don Toliver.
Don Toliver, interesting.
I fuck with Don Toliver. That nigga is nice.
Future.
Future. That's the Trap King. The Trap King. Let's see. This is tough, man. Like I don't give a lot of Gunna. I'm gonna say Gunna. I really, really enjoy Gunna's music.
Interesting.
He's one of my favorite artists. How much is that? 4?
That's 4.
And then the Stamp It.
You're doing rapper right now, right?
Yeah, rapper.
Okay.
To Stamp It. I feel like I'm gonna be dissing. Man, dead air is bad air, but
just put that person in.
All right, so
I'm gonna just say the Migos, just in general.
Migos.
As a group, yeah. Because I like individually all 3 of them for different reasons, but since they're not a group anymore, I'm just say the Migos.
For me, Quavo's on mine.
Quavonius.
So I got
Quavious.
So in no order, because I really fuck with that new Quavo album.
Quavious.
Quavo. Nav.
The brown boy from the 6.
I love Nav, bro.
You know he went to TCI?
Did he?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Crazy.
So
he's like 80 years old too.
Oh, he's like 30? In his 30s, no?
He's like, what, 35?
That's 80? That's 80, bro?
To me, that's 85.
We're not that far off.
Nah, he's somewhere.
Okay, wait.
He's like 92, baby.
So Quavo, Nav, Travis. Damn,
it's tough, right? Rappers they're not that hot.
Would you consider Lil Uzi a rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lil Uzi's
Yeah.
a rapper.
All right, let's put him in.
That's one of your guys.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's a rapper.
He's a rapper, bro. Cause like don't consider I Just Wanna Rock and shit. Consider all his music.
Okay, then because there's
I Just Wanna Rock.
Yeah, you know. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's 4. The 5th off the top of my head, if I'm not gonna include my favorites, I hate Future so much.
What about the guy that you were showing me on TikTok?
Which guy? Oh no, I wouldn't. I just support him because first of all, he's incredible.
He's a
Canadian kid?
He's so beyond talented.
No, he's amazing, and I know at one point he's gonna be really because right now he's selling out shows.
You got
in
me
Toronto.
into one of his songs.
Yeah, Spin probably.
No,
Which
it's
one?
called Gasoline.
I got you into that.
Yeah.
Okay, jeez, is it the Nick D? Yo, come.
What's his name? What's his name?
If it's Nick D, I will slap the shit out.
I want to find it.
I will slap the shit. That's.
But sorry, what was your 5?
So
What was the guy's name?
Something C.
I don't.
Central C.
Nah. I'll tell you later. But
I feel like it was Cody something or
nah, it's
I
something.
don't think it was Cody.
Caleb something.
Oh, Metro Boom. He's not.
He's not an artist,
he's not
man.
an
I mean, he's not a
But
musician.
I love,
He's a rapper.
fam, that album, the Heroes and Villains album, fam.
He's coming out with an album with Future.
Really?
Yeah, him and Future.
Why are you doing that? You could do so much better with. Technically, Future's on a lot of the songs. So is Future going to be on every song?
Yeah.
I don't want that, bro. Nah,
That's
I
his
thought you-
album.
I don't want that because I like how Metro Boomin. He incorporates a lot of different artists
He has an album with Big Sean.
in what, like 2014?
Came out like what, 2019?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Big Sean was out of commission for years. He
Yeah.
dropped something
I
recently.
mean, he has Janae. What else does he want?
Yeah, right. Still.
He
Okay.
Lucky. He lucky.
So my
He
top.
had a baby, bro.
It's beautiful kid.
You saw the kid?
Yeah.
Wow. Is it more look like
Actually, no.
Janae
Did that kid even give birth? I don't even know, fam. I just know
that
it's.
guy's
kid
gonna
give
go
birth?
beautiful kid?
Yeah, fam. Anything that comes.
Random, anything Janae related. Beautiful.
She's one of the most beautiful people in the industry, fam. So I would be shocked if something that came out of her was.
There's a
beautiful.
theory that she doesn't fart.
Can I get where you got that from? Where did you get that from? What part of the internet were you on? Twitter.
Yeah.
What type of thread was that?
They say she doesn't fart.
And who confirmed that other than her?
God. I don't know, man. I'm just telling you what the people say. Why are you acting like that's coming from me? I'm just telling you what the people say.
Anyways, my top 5 for the final time is Quavo, Nav, Travis Scott, Lil Uzi, and I will put
Macklemore.
Macklemore has some nice songs.
That's funny. And my last person is
Jack Harlow. Oh, forgot Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez got to be in my list. He got to be in my
list.
list.
That's your 5?
I'll put Tory in there. Yeah.
Tory, you guys sharing that?
Aside from him shooting a woman, we don't condone that. But he's a phenomenal artist.
Yeah.
Phenomenal artist. He dropped the deluxe to his 80s album yesterday.
Anything great?
Phenomenal. 10 new songs. I think 6 of them are like golden.
Lady Namek.
Great
song.
Is that Lady of Namek?
Something like that.
That's a phenomenal. That album itself, like a masterpiece.
It's cemented to me like as one of the best that I like. You know what it is? It's one of those best late night albums to listen to while you're on a drive. Like I come back from the gym at 2 a.m.
There's a song on there called Pink Dolphin Sunset.
I don't know.
Phenomenal.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Phenomenal.
That's fucking funny. Holy.
The GOAT list right there, man. That's how we do it.
Sounds good.
That's how we do it.
Thanks for watching another episode of the Coffee Break Podcast. You have your host, me, Jama.
Paul. I'm switching it up, bro. You can't, dog. You can't limit me to one name. I'm gonna be who I want to be.
Be who you want to be. I am never gonna
the Coffee Break Podcast.
I
we can do what we want, bro.
Hey, okay.
It's the Coffee Break Podcast.
Apologies. Just be whoever you want.
Come on, brother.
Anyways, back to the point.
But it's on my hat. If you guys didn't know, man.
You slim?
I'm slim for life, bro.
Say less.
I'm slim.
Make sure to follow us on all our social media platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and we're coming out with weekly videos. So make sure to be prepared for that. Other than that, have an amazing rest of your day and peace out.